I was very lucky that Woody was one of those wingers that would score either wing. He loved the ball, he loved chasing it, he loved scoring tries, and one of the best blokes you'll ever meet. Also, Arthur Catina's down over here. I saw Arthur down here before, great to see him. South Sydney coach, South Sydney great, and mate, I used to play footy with him with the Alexandria Rovers. That was a long, long time ago after I switched from rugby league, from Aussie rules. Exactly. And also Waterloo, Cole Murphy, the great Cole Murphy, I played footy with him. We were centre partners, they called us the odd couple. And he was Felix, I was Oscar. But he's one of the greats, and the last man ever to win 3 grand finals in a row, Cole Murphy, that's a fact. Fantastic. But playing for me, rugby league was, playing sport was one of the things we did in the day. We don't do it today, there's too many high rises going up in the city. People are playing more in their games. They don't seem to be reacting enough with one another, and I don't know where it's all going to lead to, but we'll soon find out. We may have a nation that doesn't do any good at the Olympic Games anymore, but who knows, I hope they do. But I'd like to do a little bit of, rather than get up here and talk today, what I'd like to do is, firstly I want to do a bit of Australiana for you, a bit of a poem. People say, how the fuck do people playing rugby league have any brains and able to sort of string a few words together, but we can at times. And it goes a bit like this, I hope you like it. It's from Rugby McCall. The day would soon arrive when I could not ignore the rash. That's a Newtown boy sing. I was obviously very ill, so I called on Dr. Nash. The standard consultation would adjudicate my fate as I walked into the surgery and I gave it to him straight. I said, Doc, I wondered if you might explain this allergy of mine. I get these pins and needles running up and down my spine. From here across my body, it'll suddenly extend. My neck will feel a shiver and my hairs will stand on end. And then there is a symptom that a man can only fear, the choking of a throat and the crying of a tear. Well, the doctor scratched his melon with a rather worried look. His furrowed brow suggested that the news to come was crook. What is it, Doc? I motioned. Have I got a rare disease? I'm man enough to cop it sweet, so give it to me, please. I'm not too sure, he answered in a puzzled kind of way. He said, you've got some kind of fever, but it's hard for me to say. When is it that you feel this most peculiar condition? I thought for just a moment, and I told him my position. I said, I get it when I'm standing in an Anzac Day parade, and I get it when the anthem of our native land is played. I get it when Meninga makes a Kiwi crunching run, and when Border grits his teeth and scores a real gutsy ton. I got it back in '91 when Far Jones held the cup, and I got it when Japan was stormed by Better Loosen Up. I get it when the banjo takes me down the snowy river, and Matilda sends me waltzing with a Billy Boiling shitter. It hit me hard when Sydney was awarded with the games, and I get it when I see our farmers fighting for their names. It flapped me when Bertrand raised the boxing kangaroo, and when Perkins smashed a record, well, those rashes were true blue. So tell me, Doc, what is it? Am I really going to die? The doc broke into a smile before he looked me in the eye. He stumbled with his stethoscope as he pushed it out of reach. He wiped away a tear before he gave this stirring speech. He said, from the beaches here in Queensland to the sweeping shores of Broome, the harbour banks of Sydney where the Waratahs in bloom, from Uluru at sunset to the mighty Tasman Sea, in the Adelaide cathedrals or the roaring MCG, from the Great Australian Bight up to the Gulf of Carpentaria, the medical profession call it green and gold malaria. So forget about the textbooks, Phil, the truth I shouldn't hide. The rash that you've contracted here, mate's just good old Aussie pride. I'm afraid that you were born with it, and there's one thing for sure. You're going to die of it, old mate, because there isn't any fucking cure.
Let's go from Newtown to Manly. You made the switch to the maroon and whites, the silver tails. Must have been a massive change from Newtown to Manly.
Yeah, went from the penthouse, the shit house to the penthouse, and one clean swoop, one signature, and mate, we had what I believe the best team of all time. The back line was Phil Blake, Alan Thompson, Chris Close, Phil Sigsworth, John Rebo, Kerry Boosted, Graham Eady, Choppy, he was my centre partner, the odd couple they called us, another Cole Murphy. And great bloke. And anyway, yeah, we had the best forward pack. But during the year, we lost Dave Brown, and Les Boyd got suspended. Unfortunately, in the grand final, Parramatta got the better of us. In those days, we played. It was the top 5, and we had the rest the first week. Came out and give it to Parramatta, wipe their bums. Anyway, then yeah, correct. And then we had the week off. Then we played the grand final. Played one game in about 4 weeks or something. Come the grand final, we just dropped the ball. But Parramatta, they had too much on us that day again, and we could have. I questioned our preparation that day, but we were with the great Bozo, and that's another story. But yeah, Manly were probably the best team I played with, but Newtown were the best team I played for.
You made the switch from maroon and white to blue and white in Canterbury, Bankstown. Made a couple of all grand finals. What was it like playing under Warren Ryan?
Well, I had the walk at Newtown, so I knew what it was like, and he chased me across from Manly to get back over there. And I guess in one sense I kept all the back line pretty honest. And although I played every position in the back line in first grade, I could fill in anywhere, Putty they called me. And anyway, to say that, yeah, he was, I think Andrew Johns was the best one that said about Warren Ryan. He said, world's best coach, world's worst man. But he had a bedside manner that he didn't want to sort of address and talk to, and yeah, the man is unbelievably smart, unbelievably. And there's so many, even Phil Gould will say the same thing. The other day, Warren Ryan, he said he was going to get me a coaching job, and when he went to Balmain, I thought I'd be the second grade coach under him and everything could go, how you going? Fantastic, but didn't happen. He let me down, he lied to me, and unfortunately, but he said, come across to Canterbury and I'll look after you. And yeah, sort of, but he didn't. But at the same time, that's rugby league, it's life.
I think by about 1986, most fans in the Sydney competition were really hoping that you would win a grand final because you were a bridesmaid for so many years there. Did that ever impact you, or were you just happy to make those games and your playing career? Did it ever weigh on your mind?
Well, every club I went to made the grand final. Even Balmain, when I broke down, I couldn't run anymore. I signed a 2-year deal with Balmain, and I got Warren Ryan to Balmain, and they went on to play the '88 grand final. And anyway, by then I was broke. I couldn't honour my contract. I should have just went down to one training session because I could have picked up my money, but I saw Keith Barnes and I said to him, mate, look, I can't play anymore, I'm finished, and this is at 27 years of age. Very similar to Cole, he broke his knee in an early game, and he was never the same after that, and I guess I was never the same after when I hurt my knee. But at the same time, yeah, with Newtown, honestly, I believe Greg Hartley cheated that game, but Parramatta were fantastic. I'm not taking anything away from them. In '83 with Manly, I thought Bozo, our preparation was shit. But at the same time, we only had one game in a month, and that was, we just dropped the ball. And they changed the concept not long after that to the eight men, or 6, I think it went then 8. And then with the Bulldogs, we won in '85. I played the final in that against Parramatta, smacked them. And then in the grand final, he put his mate on Greg Mullane, and he nearly cost us a game with a drop ball, and I thought I would have went on.
You were sent off for nothing, seriously.
Then I got sent off, yes. And mate, it's a funny thing, it was Tunks, Paul Dunn, Brian Batiste, Chris Mortimer, Andrew Farrer. Every player said, mate, this is a grand final. Let's get into these maps of Tassie. And we'll give it to them. And it's a grand final. You can't get sent off. Well, I rewrote the book. Anyway, I turned around the mixed zone, but the funny thing was, I said to Steve Mortimer before the kick, we rehearsed the kick, to go across to, say, the goalpost, come at him on the short side, and do a little kick so they come up and I scored a try. It didn't happen that way, and I said to Turvey, I said, mate, kick the left side, just keep it played on and keep going. And anyway, he said, shut the fuck up, I'm the captain. Had it been Tommy O'Donnell, because he was said, mate, I'll do it, you score the try, and I would have scored the try. That was the big thing. And a lot of people don't know that what happens on the field, you don't hear that. And, you know, at that day, I said to him, I said, don't kick to the right side. You've got Sterling, Kenny and Ella. I said, kick to the other side. You've got, no offence to Michael Cronin, one of the champions of life, and he had a bad eye. And loosely I said, kick the Cyclops and Guru. And Turvey said, shut the fuck up, I'm the captain. Anyway, after the game, I didn't talk to Turvey, and we haven't spoken probably since, doesn't really matter. But, yeah, that's right. But at the same time, look, I went to 4 grand finals as a player. It would have been 4 different teams if I hung around and stayed healthy with Balmain, and that'll never ever be challenged. Would have never have been challenged because. But the good thing is that I'm a boy from Newtown. I was very lucky. I played with some good players as kids. I had some great Arthur Katinas, the great Cole Murphy. Had some really, really good players. Played with Paul Morris down the back there. Absolutely, kid genius, unbelievable. And I guess for me, looking back, I had an influence on every team I played with, and they all went to the grand final. So, yes, I worry about sometimes about not being in a game or playing the game, but I was on the bench in that year. I got a gold medal at home, says I won a comp. So if anybody says no, I haven't, well, come to my John, I'll show you.
Now, there's a couple of moments in the '86 grand final. Firstly, when you went high on, I think it was Brett Kenny that sent you off, right? So, obviously that moment. There was another moment involving Brett Kenny when the little kick came from Sterling, the ball goes over the top, Kenny went over the top of you, and the try was disallowed, mixed no. Now, I've seen the replay a billion times. I reckon it was a try. Do you reckon it was a try?
Of course it was.
Well, obviously I'd turn around and say, fucking no way. But in the real scheme of things, on the downward motion, I had the ball. So if by the rules and the laws of the game, it was in ground, I grounded it in ground. Doesn't matter whether he does. If I touch it simultaneously, it is a line dropout, which it was, and he ruled that way. It's probably the only good ruling he had on the day. Fucking referees.
Last question. I love this nickname. What's a packeter? Where did it come from, and who gave it to you?
What's a pack at a Sigsworth? Well, mate, it was funny. We play in the midweek game with the old. It was a KB Cup then, I think. And a bloke, I was working for John Siegler down at 2K Wireless, as they called it back then. And I was in the studio at the time, and the bloke rang up and said, he was checking out all the plays. He said, mate, is Chicky going to play? Is Bundy going to play? How's Mick Ryan? How's Tommy Rodonigas? And he went through the whole fucking team. And he turned around and said, hey, what about what's a packeter? Is he going to play this weekend? Because I had Anyway, Singo's looked at me across the studio, and I got no idea, no idea at all. And he turned the radio, turned all the sound. I said, who the fuck are you talking about? And I said, well, I've got no idea. So he said, look, mate, he turned back on I don't know what you're talking about. He said, Phil. He said, Phil, what's a pack of the Sigsworth? Anyway, we're cackling our heads off in the studio, and we're just laughing. And it was just the funniest thing. I said, this bloke's got way too much time on his hands. You know, what does he do with a day? And anyway, that nickname now is, I mean, you look at the top nicknames, you know. I mean, you look at blokes like Matt Hilder, they call him Waltzing. You look at Steve Wall, they call him Dugger. They call his brother Mark, the Forgotten. And Peter Sleep, Peter said they call him Sounder. So, and Jamie Winks, the jockey, they call him 40. You know, what are these people doing with their lives? They should just be personal big heads, I don't know, but they are. But anyway, you look at the top, what's a packeter? It's one of the top nicknames, if not the top nickname. So people see you tomorrow. Yeah, correct. Yeah. And I mean, I guess it's a bit like the bloke that wrote Australiana, you know. So, you know. So what do you do? It's just a nickname. It's stuck, and you know, it'll be there for forever and ever. And yeah, what's up, packeter?
Okay, we might throw it out to the floor. We've got a question at the back, sir.
I'm listening. Yeah, if I said to you, what's a pie cost, you'll say $2.50 or $3.50 or something. Yeah. Mate.
You brought out the best shirt for New Down. What's a backup on the bottom of it? Our whole team that got the grand final. Sensational. Do you remember that shirt?
Yes. Oh, the poem. Yes, that's right. I wrote a poem about the... Who would have thought a ex-rugby league player would be writing fucking poetry? That's bullshit. There is a bit of couth sometimes in rugby league. And so, yeah, I did a poem about all the players, you know, how, you know, in 1977, Singo said to Farah, let's take the Jets to heaven. So they got the team together, and it was Colin Murphy and all the boys. So I wrote a little bit about that. And they did a T-shirt on it, which I thought was great. Rehash it, yes. And give every player in that team a T-shirt. Get on the Terry Rowney. Yeah, certainly have, mate. All right. And to everybody, look, it's been a blast today to be here. And look, people love and the rugby league supporters. This has been a fantastic day, a real eye-opener for me, to Dan, young bloke. All the best, mate, yeah.
Hey, Phil, can I ask a question?
Yes.
What were you thinking about when this happened?
The Blues are about to start from the next run.
I think Tommy started that. Did Tommy start? You can't remember.
I guess I was a bit like that singer, T-Rex, let's get it on.
Let's get it. One all in for one for all.
Get it on, bang, go, get it on. Look at that. I dropped the ball.
I think you're on the dog off you. Did it win?
Newtown Blue Bag, number 12, race 8. Where's this? At Rose Hill. It's at 5:05, so it's running 1. Well, maybe come last, I don't know. Anyway, any more questions on the floor, guys? Yeah, Badger?
He's still watching the footy. Dan just watching
That's,
Where's Jed?
Might go
Your
Badger.
own experience, out of all the clubs you played for, what's the best thing you ever played against?
oh, that's easy, isn't it? That's easy. The Bulldogs. No, Parramatta. Yes, Cole Murphy.
Who was the best reserve grader that ever played beside you?
Cole Murphy. What people don't realise that Cole was one of the up-and-coming, would have been a great player and would have went on and represented, you know, many teams. And hey, anyway, that's another story for another day.